Hey, uh, hi all, this is Paramasivam. Okay, in this video, we are going to see what is Elasticsearch service and what it is provided to us as a developer or as a ELK administrator. Okay, I'm not going to talk about what is advantage and what is a benefit. Okay, rather than what is exists. Okay, what is provided by the Elastic Cloud. Okay, that is what we are going to talk about now. So, Elasticsearch service, we call as a Elasticsearch service. Okay, so it is SaaS based application, as I told already. Okay, so that SaaS Elastic cluster can be run either AWS or Azure or GCP. So, you can select when you create your deployment. Okay, so the advantage of this is you no needed to be familiar with any of these particular cloud environment. Okay, so since we are going to work with the Elasticsearch service console, okay, that is what our web interface. This is where we will create our deployment, we will edit our settings, user settings, and we will reset our password, whatever it is. All the stuff we will be working with Elasticsearch service console. Okay. Okay, so any Elastic cluster, SaaS based Elasticsearch clusters provide Elasticsearch nodes. Okay, it could be both master node, data node, or machine learning node, or any other type like coordination or client node, something like that. Okay, so Elasticsearch nodes, it's run in the cloud for us, and Kibana instance. Okay, so Kibana instance will be running in the cloud itself, and if you selected AFPM server and fleet server. Okay, so these are the instances are running within the SaaS based cluster. That means what is not running Logstash or any of the beats. Okay, it is not part of the SaaS based cluster. Okay, so only these type of instances or products of Elasticstacks is running inside of Elasticsearch cloud. Okay, then so what is the primary intention of this Elastic Cloud is, so okay, they want to abstract. Okay, they want to abstract across the cloud. Okay, so let's say you no need to be familiar with the AWS, or let's say if you want to shift your deployment to Azure, then you no need to learn that much details about the Azure, something like that. Okay, so that is one primary advantage. So it basically to abstract the cloud environment, right? Abstract among these clouds. Okay, so the among these three, we can run this our Elasticsearch service within the private cloud as well as metal server also, but I didn't explore these two. But they are saying you can run in your private cloud and your metal server also. Okay, you can run your Elasticsearch service cluster. Okay, then so this is the instances. Okay, provided. Okay, now here, as I said, this is the home page of our Elastic Cloud. Okay, cloud. Let me see whether it open my account or not. Okay, I used my personal email account. Okay, to get the trial account. Okay, so that is the benefit. That is the main thing I have to always supposed to tell. Okay. By default, you can create the deployment that provide 14 days trial. So all the 14 days it will be keep on running if you create any deployment. Okay, so all the features are available. Okay, all the features of Elasticsearch available except machine learning. Okay, and so as I said, yeah, machine learning is disabled by default. You can run your cluster, okay, across the two zone. Okay, forget the size. Okay, you cannot change the size. Okay, you cannot specify size of your cluster in the trial versions. Okay, and the another important things, you can create only one deployment. Okay, you cannot create more than one deployment in the trial account. The benefit of this is what is now, let's say if you are starting yourself. Okay, you want to learn Elasticsearch yourself. Okay, and you don't want any setups on your machines due to some reason. Okay, maybe you are not familiar, or maybe your machines are not having, you are not having admin rights, something like that. Okay, because of many reasons, you don't want to run, or you don't want to set up your Elasticsearch cluster on your own machines. Okay, then this is a best place. Here you can come to the you can come to Elasticsearch cluster. Let me log in. Let me log in. Okay. Okay, so till 6 days left, that is fine, that is good. So this is the Elasticsearch service console. Okay, okay, I created the, a deployment. Okay, here you can have more than one deployment if you have the licensed account. So in the trial license, in the trial period, you can have only one deployment. Okay, I will tell what is a deployment, all the stuff later. Okay, before to jump into that. This is the console. Okay, obviously in the console only we are going to interact with our Elasticsearch cluster. I mean, that means deployment. Okay, from there we can open the Kibana, we can open APM server, or we can change the user settings, or we can check the performance. All the stuff you can do. Okay. Okay. Yes. Now our Elasticsearch clusters running in the cloud environment, but the data shipper. Okay, so as I said, okay, all the data shipper beads or log stats, it has to be run outside of the cluster, obviously, right? So most of the time it will be running along with the target machine, where we want to collect the metrics, or where we want to monitor the application performance. Okay, so the agent will be running in the target machine. Okay, so that will be pushed the data into the Elasticsearch cluster, which is running in any one of this cloud. Okay, so this is what at the high level.